Hope was a 13-year-old girl who grew up using technology like many other kids her age. And like many of her classmates, she agreed to forward a revealing photo of herself to a boy she liked who had promised to keep it a secret. When another girl borrowed the boy's phone and found the image, she forwarded it to some other students. It only took a day for the nude photo of Hope to go from a small circle of friends to the entire school and then to students at other schools. In addition to being embarrassed, Hope was taunted and bullied by her peers who called her horrible names online and in person. She then received ruthless attacks on social media from complete strangers. Devastated and distraught, Hope wrote in her journal, "People are talking about me behind my back and I hate it. They call me terrible names and think I am such a skank. I haven't even kissed a boy. Why can't people just leave me alone? My life is over. So many people hate me." School authorities found out about the nude photo at the end of the school year and suspended Hope for the first week of 8th grade. The summer break would give her time to recover from the incident and reflect on the lessons she learned. When school resumed in the fall, she returned with a new outlook, optimistic life would go back to normal. But shortly after she was back at school, a counselor observed cuts on Hope's legs and asked her to sign a no-harm contract. Hope agreed to tell an adult if she felt inclined to hurt herself. Unfortunately, it was too late. Within the first few days of the school year, it was clear Hope couldn't escape the bullying. Once again, she turned to her journal. "I'm done. I can't go back and face everyone again. I want to try and strangle myself. I just hope it works." Unfortunately, Hope succeeded, leaving behind a legacy of pain, hurt, and people haunted by the devastating things they did and said to her. Hope's story is just one among thousands of teens that commit suicide due to cyberbullying. Teen suicide continues to increase and is now one of the top 3 leading causes of death for teenagers 15 to 19 years old. Easy access to the internet has led to an increase in cyberbullying, statistically making it more prevalent and more dangerous today than ever. There is no escaping cyberbullying and the damage it causes. With more than 80% of teens owning their own device and nearly 95% having their own cell phone, texting and social media posting has become a part of daily life. On average, teenagers send between 60 to 100 text messages a day, and they are connected and using a mobile device or computer for more than 12 hours a day. Nearly 50% of teens surveyed admit that they have been cyberbullied or involved in cyberbullying, but we expect this statistic is actually much higher. When cyberbullying occurs, there is no way to gauge how the person being bullied is feeling, whether they have support from family or friends, or if what is posted will prompt them to commit suicide. What we do know is hurting another person this deeply will haunt you for the rest of your life. To better understand just how damaging it can be, let's talk about what cyberbullying is and how it differs from other forms of bullying. Under most laws, bullying is referred to as harassment and threatening or intimidating another person. Cyberbullying is the use of technology to harass, threaten, embarrass, or target another person. In relation to cyberbullying, harassment is defined as conduct directed at a specific person that would cause a reasonable person to be seriously alarmed, annoyed, or harassed. The 2 most common types of cyberbullying include direct attacks, messages sent directly, and cyberbullying by proxy, using others to help cyberbully the victim, either with or without the accomplice knowing. This is most often accomplished through social media. In the eyes of the law, if there is a victim and you are involved in the harassment, even as a bystander, you could be in trouble in the eyes of the law. Let's take a moment to look at some of the legal terms used in relation to who is involved. The first term is the target or the victim. This refers to the person who is being bullied or harassed. The next term is the actual bully, who is called the aggressor. This is the person that is delivering the crime or targeting the victim. The bully is trying to forcefully shift or gain power and maintain the power position. The bully can do this by themselves or with co-conspirators, proxies, who can then also be legally responsible. Finally, there is the bystander. This person is not involved in the crime but is witnessing it all happen. This person sees what is happening but is not willing to speak up and or sometimes is involved with encouraging the behavior. It is important to keep in mind that bystanders, if identified, can be just as liable, legally responsible, as the bullies themselves. This is especially true if the bystander starts to weigh in or comment online at any time during the bullying. Once the bystander participates in the bullying, that person becomes a bully under the eyes of the law. The target or victim, bully, and the bystander can be anyone at school or at home. For example, in an educational setting, bullying might involve two students, a teacher and a student, or a parent and a student. In any of these situations, either party can be considered the aggressor or bully and the target or victim. You can see even adults that join in posting hurtful or negative remarks can be considered cyberbullies and can be prosecuted under the law. People who witness the events and say nothing to stop the situation would be considered the bystanders. Cyberbullying is repetitive, intense, hurtful, and purposefully damaging. It is also trackable and therefore important to keep in mind that everything done online is public and permanent. Don't think you can't or won't get caught. Once law enforcement gets involved, there is no such thing as an anonymous cyberbully. With the right investigation software, tools, and techniques, everything, even apps or sites that claim they are anonymous, can be accessed and the cyberbully can be identified. So what does cyberbullying really look like? We all know cyberbullying can occur in many digital forms, including but not limited to texts, photos, and videos. It can happen by sending a mean email or instant message to someone, posting rude things about someone on a website, repeatedly texting someone to the point of harassment, directly threatening or intimidating someone online or in a text, or making fun of someone in an online chat. Cyberbullying can be accomplished by impersonating someone online through a fake online profile or stealing a private password and logging into someone's personal account. Additionally, starting rumors or spreading gossip online can be considered cyberbullying. Here are some other common forms of cyberbullying. Flaming. Online fights, usually through emails, instant messaging, or chat rooms where angry and rude comments are exchanged. Denigration. Putting mean online messages through email, instant messaging, chat rooms, or websites set up to make fun of someone. Exclusion. Intentionally leaving someone out of a group, such as instant messaging, friend sites, or other online group activities. Outing. Sharing secrets about someone online, including private information, pictures, and videos. Trickery. Tricking someone into revealing personal information, then sharing it with others. Impersonation. Pretending to be someone else when sending or posting mean or false messages online. Harassment. Repeatedly sending malicious messages to someone online. Cyberstalking. Continuously harassing and denigrating someone, including threats of physical harm. Texting is one of the more common ways to cyberbully by name-calling or harassing. Another common means is the sending or sharing of photographs and videos, like the situation where Hope thought she was only sending a photograph to her boyfriend. Sharing a photograph with someone, even though you trust them, frequently becomes an item for all to see. Secretly filming an embarrassing moment and sharing it makes it instantly accessible to the public. Remember, once an image or message is sent into the digital world, you have lost the ability to stop it or control who is able to view it. The image is now public and permanent. Because many students commit cyberbullying at school, during school-sponsored activities and events, or on school transportation, utilizing school-owned technology, the school becomes involved in the punishment and any disciplinary action that follows. Further, if it is determined that a crime has been committed, law enforcement becomes involved and fines and jail time will likely be considered. Instead of being the bully or the bystander, stop the cycle and become a digital citizen by standing up for others. Becoming a digital citizen begins with creating a social circle of people who care and are willing to stick up for each other. If you are the victim or the bystander, here are some tips on what you can do to get help. First, tell an adult what is happening and ask the adult to help you. Talk to a teacher, parent, or principal. Then try to calmly separate yourself from the situation by limiting your use of technology and social media. Utilize privacy setting to help prevent or block potential harassment. If you are feeling threatened or witness others being threatened or intimidated, immediately get help from an adult or the police. Be sure to reach out for help from adults, especially when threats or weapons are involved. If there are threats or serious physical injury, threats of hate-motivated violence, or someone is hurting themselves or talking about hurting themselves because of cyberbullying, you must do something about it. Oftentimes, it is hard to speak up and reach out for help, especially when you are the witness or bystander. However, when serious threats are made, it is imperative that you are brave and stand up for yourself and for others, as this can help save a life.